Hi all, welcome to the Dragon's Cave. My name's Karen. Excuse me. Right, I watched Lula's video last night and she was doing the cloud effect. And I remembered how much fun I had doing that. Now I've tried it a couple of different ways. And I'm not going to be doing it the same way Lula did hers last night. I'm going to be doing it the way I did it about 5 years ago. And hope that it actually works. Anyway, I'm waffling again. I need to get ready. Well done, Spotty boy. Sorry, distracted by the cat knocking things over again. Yes, I need to mix up some resin. So for that, I'm going to need some gloves. Right, I've got this cute fan-shaped mould from Temu. Probably not deep enough actually to get the effect I want, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. I've been moving things on my desk. I'm hoping to go live tomorrow. But I need some things that I've moved to the other end of my desk and now I can't find them. Oh, good grief. I'm getting there, promise. Right. I have got too much resin mixed up here. Mixed up 120 grams. Don't think I'm going to need that. I need roughly 10 grams-ish for each of the colours. I'm just completely winging this because I don't measure anything normally. Well, obviously I measure my resin, but just going to let that settle in there for a minute. What on earth are you doing? I don't think this mould is going to be the right kind of thing for it. You know what? I just got a new mould this morning, which might work better if I can find it.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Okay, this is actually a bird trinket box. And I may or may not have enough resin to do this. I'm going to have to pour this out now. And I'm making such a mess. The problem is I could take this off camera and pretend that nothing ever happened, but I don't want to do that. I want to show you the mess I make. Right. I'm going to let that stand up against something and let the resin run. Right, let's get cracking because otherwise we're not going to get anywhere done with this. I may manage to get both pieces. I doubt it. I think we're probably going to have to mix up some more for this. If I hadn't been such a plank in the first place with the other mould, I might have got further. Right. So, let's get these colours mixed up. 10 grams in each of these. I'm going to use 5 drops of pigment dye in each one. And I'm just guessing at the 10 grams, I know, but I'm going to use the same quantity in each. So it will be 5 drops of pigment dye. I'm using the same colours that I used when I filmed it first time. And then for the last one I'm using a yellow. Oops. Okay, we've got an extra drop in that one. Simply because I'm clumsy. Right, and then white pigment. 3 drops of pigment in white. And then white alcohol ink. 3 drops of the white alcohol ink so that it doesn't get too heavy and drop straight to the bottom immediately. Now it worked okay the last time I did this, but I'll make no promises. It could be a complete and utter disaster. There are a few different ways of doing the cloud effect. The most common one is the one that Lula used last night, where you just drip the alcohol inks in, but mix white with resin and dribble that on, kind of like the Petri effect. That's the normal way of doing things. I honestly can't remember who I saw doing it this way, but I'm sure I didn't come up with this on my own. It might have been Miriam's Nature, or it might have been charcoal resin, as you wish. So I'm going to pour the rest out of here. Quite a bit in there. Still don't think we're quite going to make it, but chucking that in means there'll be a bit less to do with. Right. Let's go, go, go. Before I do that, let me grab a tissue to put my dirty sticks on. And get them all ready before I start. That in itself is a novelty for me, as I am generally forgetful when it comes to this kind of thing. Right. So I am going to not the ideal mould because you're not going to get any colour down in the tail. Right, so I'm going to pour the rest into here. This will not give the cloud effect when it's running down the sides like this. This will give more of a kind of just general marbly effect. I think it'll still look cool. Well, I'm not going to look anything like that if that works properly, but looks like without a little risk. Okay, I think we have done all we can do. Well, we've got everything we can out of the pots. I'm going to cover this up so the cats don't get at it. Clear the mess away. I will be back in a few hours. Put top coat on. Poor birdie's going to have a very boring tail, but don't really want to disturb this too much by trying to drag it down in there. So I'm going to leave that alone. I'm going to give it a quick squirt of isopropyl alcohol because it's bubbly. And I'll be back. See you in a bit. I almost forgot this bit. I'm not going to wait for this to thicken up. I'm just going to give it a very quick stir now. And I'll be back when it's cured enough to put a back coat on. See you in a bit. Hi all, ready for the demolding now. I just put a coat of white over the back. Excuse the mess, I'm still cleaning up after last night's live, which was a bit amusing to say the least. Right, so I'm going to start with this. Now, because the walls are quite thin, it might still be a bit bendy. What's up, Squeaky? Squeaky's in a mood. Had the breakfast. I'm interested to see how this comes out because I've never done it in a way that it drops down the sides before. But it actually came out quite cool. A couple of bubbles here with the two coats meet, but nothing too bad. Yeah, the effect actually came out quite nice there. I mean, because I was dropping one on top of the other, they have muddied quite a bit. But in some places, they stayed nicely separate. Turn this the right way around before it gets misshapen. And let's see how this pot came out. What's the matter, Squeak? I think he's getting confused by all the changes. My son-in-law moved a load of shelves and things for me yesterday. Oh, big air bubble. Didn't pay any attention to that when I poured the white on, so I was in a hurry. Massive air bubble. Also, no matter. We have UV resin and we can fix it. It's like trying to get it out without seeing too much of what it's like on the other side. I have to pull this. This tail is stuck. Oh, got it. I'm getting air bubbles in the tail though, just that huge one here, and an even bigger one here. So let us see. Oh my God. Look at the way that's gone in there. That is amazing. I'm hoping you can see the effect because it is absolutely incredible. I'm going to do some more of this in kind of smaller, shallower pieces just to see. But the way that's all swirled inside there is incredible. And let us see. Yeah, I mean, they muddy it in a very similar way. But because of the depth of this and it was allowed to take its time and fall, it's really formed beautiful patterns in there. I'm just not sure how well you can see it. I will try and get some good close-up photos for you. And I think I'll do it in a coaster mould. I have done it in one before. It turned out reasonably well, but I'm just fascinated by this now. Yay. Yeah, the whole, can't actually feel it because you can see it. It's very, very obvious, but it's not sharp edges. And same here. But I've got some white UV resin, which I'll probably use, or I may just go in the clear, I don't know. But I'll fix that. I'll get you some photos. Hope you like this. I will do it again. And what I will do next time is let it thicken up. Hopefully the colours will stay more separate. But what I don't have is any white blobby bits, so I'm happy. Okay, see you guys soon.
In a quiet little corner tucked away from the light, there's a cave full of colors that glow through the night. Glitter and brushes, soft clay and lace, and the scent of sweet resin flows all through the space. In the dragon's cave where the magic flows, she dreams up the creatures the whole world knows. Frogs with crowns and fairy wings, sleepy ones on logs, each made with love and gentle hands, a world of wondrous frogs. There's eco-resin cooling by a tiny glass stream, and a mushroom-shaped frog made from lavender dreams, with shimmer and sparkle, with purpose and grace. She brings little lives to this quiet place.